Hello and welcome into TalkFCB and welcome back here to the channel, guys. It is Champions League, it is back, but unfortunately Barcelona are not. We are not back yet, there's no question about that. We did not hit back tonight, we did not give out a statement tonight. All that we've done is continued on exactly the same path. It's Lyon 0, Barcelona 0, a goalless draw in the Champions League, which now actually means that in our last 4 games, Barcelona have scored just 2 goals. In our last 4 games, 2 goals to our name. That is not Barcelona in front of goal. And in our last 5 games in all competitions, we have drawn 4 of those. We're in a bad period. It's been a bad month so far. And as of right now, are we going to turn this around? And before I get started on this match view, guys, I want to make it absolutely clear that tonight we could have won this game. There's no doubt about that. We had chances in front of goals, and a lot of chances, in fact, to really break the deadlock, get in front, get a goal in this game, because I think an away goal would have been absolutely vital here for us. And even in the home leg, I would still expect us to go into that game as big favourites, and we are still definite favourites, of course, to go through to the next round, no doubt about that. But what we have done here is we've left the door ajar. Lyon are still in this game, no doubt about that. They get the away goal at the Camp Nou, they score first, and suddenly we need to hit back, and we need to hit back big. And are we capable of that at the moment? Because right now, we're not playing well, the confidence is not there. But what I would question above all else tonight is the decisions, yes, you guessed it, from Ernesto Valverde. Because quite frankly, in games like this, big European nights when the stakes are incredibly high, you set out your team. That's fine. The Valverde lineup surprised me a little bit, but it wasn't a complete disaster. You could see in some ways what he was thinking. But as the game went on, in that second half, we sort of dwindled away a bit. There wasn't as much threat there. You were saying, look, we need to do something. We need to act. We need to be proactive and try to change something in our favour here, to tip the balance, to get that goal, to score the away goal, because 1-0 would have been a phenomenal result. Lyon, out of that game, we got the away goal with the home leg to come. It would have been in the bag. But no, Valverde's reluctance to change, he was very, very stubborn again. He played safe in this game with his changes, and that for me rings a lot more alarm bells, because we could have won this game. Yes, we could have. We could have beaten Lyon, the 3rd best team in France right now, but that isn't really my concern. My concern is, if we win this game, if we go through in this tie, are we going to keep seeing the same mistakes time and time and time again from the sidelines? We have to learn our lesson. Ernesto Valverde has to evolve, and I'm going to be discussing exactly why. Because this is basically how we set up today. Marc-Andre ter Stegen, who, let me just say now, was absolutely sensational, particularly in that first half. He made 2 brilliant saves to deny Lyon. Had he not done so, we would have gone behind, potentially even 2-0 down in that first half. One of them was absolutely spectacular, to tip a shot there onto the crossbar. What a save from him. Jordi Alba here today didn't play as a left back, he was playing as the left winger, really advanced, he was doing really well. Dembele was coming inside, and those 2 in the first half were really, really effective combining. Dembele had a lot of shots on goal, at times of course, his final ball wasn't brilliant, his final shot wasn't brilliant, but he was still a major attacking force. He was the man there making things happen, taking a risk. He did look, if there was anybody, like he might be the man to score. Then there was Suárez, then there was Messi. You got this midfield here, Roberto was out to the right, alongside Semedo, as almost there, a double cover. Now at the start of the game, we didn't really know how that would work. What we maybe felt was that was when Messi was coming inside here, linking up with Suárez, linking up with Dembele, Rakitic dropping in, there would be a 2 here. What we then expected was Roberto to really exploit that space there, because Mendy was attacking on that left-hand side. You needed somebody there to keep him back, to make sure there you're exploiting that space that Messi is left behind. But Roberto didn't do that. As you're going to see here with these little maps, that there is where Roberto's average position was right throughout the game. And you can see there, it's barely even past the halfway line. And not only did he not then exploit the gap, what he was then doing on that right-hand side was actually halting the runs of Semedo. Semedo couldn't attack because Roberto was in front of him, not really doing anything. So the Roberto gamble simply did not work. Offensively, he gave us nothing. In terms of control, he didn't give us that either. Defensively, yes, we kept the clean sheet, but was it a major threat anyway down that left-hand side? I think Semedo is good enough on his own to cope with that. We saw that tonight. He was brilliant in one-on-ones. He's so strong. He's so quick. I don't think we really needed there to protect him. And again, you think about it. When have we seen this before? A big away European night. He lines up with Roberto and Nelson Semedo against Roma. Did it work there? No. Did Valverde learn his lesson? Absolutely not. But like I said in this game, we could have definitely won it. But Suárez today was unacceptable. And it really does hurt me to talk about Suárez, to lay into him, to really criticise him, because I love Suárez. I always have, and I always will love Suárez for the player that he is and the service that he's given us. But tonight, if there was even a chance of getting any worse than against Valladolid, he managed it tonight. Every ball that went into Suárez, it wasn't that he was missing, it wasn't that he was making bad passes. Everything that he did, he stopped it. He stopped moves happening just by touching the ball. Everything would be going fine. We'd be on the counter-attack. Lyon left a lot of space in their half. We were really on 3-on-2s. There was 3-on-3s. Really good opportunities to move the ball quickly and get into shooting positions. And every time it went to Suárez, the move broke down. We had to start all over again, and it was very, very dysfunctional in that final third because sadly, Suárez wasn't at it again. And there was a moment in that second half where the ball goes into him. It's a bit of a link up there. Messi is on the hand to help. He's right next to him. Suárez is in on goal. All he has to do is play the ball there to the side to Messi, but it gets caught under his feet. It's a lack of control, a miscontrol, and Suárez misses it. The chance is gone. We could have easily scored. But look, here, on a big night again, you're saying yes, Suárez is a brilliant player on form. He's been brilliant for the club, but tonight he was woeful. Surely Valverde has to think about taking him off. In game, in the second half, you've got to make a decision. You are the coach of FC Barcelona, and you've got to take this game by the balls. You have got to have a bit of spirit about you. You've got to have the bravery to say, look, I'm taking you off. Yes, you're a great player, you're a great person, I want you on my side, but at the same time, you've got to come off right now. We need something different. Valverde doesn't have that characteristic. He is far too safe, he plays within himself, he doesn't have the courage, the bravery to haul off somebody like Suárez and bring somebody else on. Malcolm, somebody in there to give us something a bit different. You've got a player there in Messi who can play false nine, you can play Malcolm off, and you can play Dembele, but then he actually brings on Coutinho for Dembele. You could have brought on Coutinho in midfield, something a bit different, somebody to give us a bit of a creative spark. You could have brought on Alenya, but he brings on Vidal. Every single decision of Ernesto Valverde, it's the safe option. You can say tonight we could have won, we definitely could have, but you cannot deny when you look at those in-game decisions, when you look into your coach to really tip the game in your favour, Valverde doesn't do it. He hasn't learned his lessons. That really, really worries me because as a Barcelona manager, you can start out and you're not really at it. You look at Luis Enrique. He started his coaching reign at Barcelona. Things kicked off away at Sociedad. He had an argument with Messi. He had an argument with the rest of the squad. What did he do? He changed. He changed his management style. He changed his personality and he changed his decisions. You can change. You can evolve to really suit the managerial role at Barcelona. Is Valverde evolving? Is he changing his mindset? He really, really isn't. And he isn't learning. And just going back to Malcolm, this guy who performed extremely well in the Clásico against Real Madrid in the Copa del Rey, he scored our equalising goal, the only goal of the game. He was a major threat in that game. We have had 3 matches since that Real Madrid game. Has he played for a single minute in any one of those games? No, he has not. Malcolm not appeared for 1 single minute. How do you justify that? How on earth can you explain excluding a player like that completely in the next 3 games after his role against Real Madrid? It doesn't make any sense. There's very, very strange agendas going on at this Barcelona team right now. Suárez today should no doubt have been taken off. Dembele, for me, was taken off far too soon. And like I say, guys, we could have won this game. And I'm sure that at home, we will pull it together to beat Lyon. Because let's face it, they're a good team. They showed that tonight. They put in some brilliant passing moves at times. They had those close efforts that really tested Ter Stegen, but they're not really among the elite in football, are they? When we come up against the elite teams, the likes of Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid perhaps further down the line, the Champions League, we are going to be up against it, and we're going to need to raise our level massively. We are going to need to see an entirely new Barcelona team and a Barcelona setup if we're going to win those games. That's what I was hoping to see tonight. I was hoping to see a change in attitude. The attitude, to be honest, wasn't so bad. We created a lot of chances. We were good on the break. But Lyon really did give us a lot of space in that final third. We should have done more with it. We did it in the end. We were wasteful in front of goal. We lacked creativity from that midfield. And you know why that was? Because it was the safe option. So just let me know what you think in the comments down below, guys. What did you make of the performance tonight? And most importantly, what did you make of the decisions from Ernesto Valverde? The starting lineup, of course, sometimes you can accept that, but as the game goes on, you've got to make those big decisions. You have to affect the game with your substitutions. What did you think of Coutinho for Dembele? What did you think then for Vidal coming on instead of somebody like Alenya or maybe even Malcolm? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I will see you soon with more videos, but until then, as always, Visca El Barça.